So the first sheet that we're going to set up will be a floor plans sheet. So the first thing we'll do is we'll change our title block. So the project name, what I'm going to call the project name will be Office Building. And the title of this sheet will be Floor Plans. The client, I will say Autodesk. Drawn by, I'll have your initials checked as well. Date I will leave. The scale, as I said, you can't change. When we bring in a view, the scale will update automatically. We'll have a project number at 200. And our drawing number will start at 200. So you can see in the project browser, the information is updated. First off is the drawing number, which is 200, and the title of the sheet, Floor Plans. So next we just need to add views to the sheet. And we do that by scrolling up the project browser, and there's our floor plans. So what we need to do is just click and drag them onto the sheet. So click, hold, and drag the ground floor plan onto the sheet. When I let go, the image will appear. So that is our ground floor view. What we need to do is we need to do some tidying up of the view itself. So we'll automatically get a title attached to the view, and that title corresponds back to the name. So there's our ground floor, and our scale, if I go back to the ground floor plan, is set to 1 to 100. So our scale will automatically be at the bottom. As well, in the title block, you'll see it now displays scale A100. The title itself will expand the entire length of the image. So if you want to reduce that down, click on the image once and you'll get the blue grip. Just click and drag it back. If you wanted to move the title itself, double escape, and then you can click on the title and then you can adjust the position. So then to further tidy up the plan, instead of going back to the ground floor plan all the time in the project browser, so when I double click, I open up the actual ground floor plan so I can now edit, saving me going back to the floor plans in the project browser. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hide some information. I'm going to reduce down those grid lines so I'm able to fit on another floor plan. So first thing is this section view here. I don't want that to be displayed. So what I'm going to do is come down to my visual controls down the bottom here. I have two tools. First, how I can hide certain objects, and next is where I can reveal them. So what I need to do first is select the object I want to hide, select the glasses, and I have four options there. I have isolate the category, so every single section view will then become isolated, or I could hide the entire category. So again, any and all section views in the current drawing will be hidden, or I can just do the specific element. So if I select isolate element, only the section view will be revealed. If I want to hide it, again, select it, sunglasses, and hide element. Once I'm happy with what I've done, if I click back on the glasses, I can either reset the temporary hide and it will bring back the section view, or I can apply my changes and it will be temporarily hidden. So if I wanted to reveal those objects again, I'll go back down to the light bulb. It will display what's hidden in the project. I can select it, go to the contextual tab, select unhide element and close. And now it's back in the project. For now though, I am going to hide it. As well, I'm going to bring the dimensions in a bit closer. Again, just doing some tidying up. So now that I have reduced down the grid lines and dimensions, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place a cropping view around this to remove some information from the drawing. So certain parts of the drawing won't be displayed. So to turn on the crop view, if you go to the properties palette, we'll scroll down to the extents. So we're going to turn on all three there. We've got crop view, crop region visible, and annotation crop. So we have two separate triangles there. So we have got the inner black rectangle. That is the actual crop view itself. Then we have an outer dashed rectangle as well. That's known as the annotation crop. So if I had any text that was outside of the crop window that I still wanted to remain displayed, I could do so by having the text within the annotation crop. So I'm just going to pull in the crop view just so I can remove those elevation bubbles from view. So now that we have cropped the view, this outer crop view, so that will actually be printed unless we turn it off. So we can keep the crop active, i.e. that it will remove any information we don't want. But if we don't want the actual rectangle crop view to be printed, if we come to crop region visible, if we turn it off, the crop view itself will be removed. So once we're happy with our changes, to come back out of the view, we have got to double click outside of the title block. So now when we select the image, we can move it into a better position. And as well, we can select our title block and bring it inside the drawing. And so next we're going to bring in the first floor plan. So same again, click, drag and drop. Again, just get into a rough position where you want it to be. And then select the image to reduce the title name down. And as well with the first floor plan, I want to open up the view itself, turn on the cropping view, just so I can hide the elevation bubbles. And again, when I'm finished, just turn the crop region visibility off. And then again, to finish, double click outside the title block. So I'm going to just adjust the position of the view and as well the title. So that's our first sheet created.